Hi and welcome to match 51 of this season's LaneSmash. Tonight we have PTSD versus WFAT on our very favourite Lane 1 Jaeger template down to Tumas Tech Plant. I'm your host Dotso, and tonight with me is Osprey.
Hi, hello, I'm Osprey. Yeah, once again, Lane 1, Dotso. Are you hyped?
I am so hyped. We get another weekend of Lane 1. I'm sure we've all never seen this lane before. I'm sure these teams have never played on this lane whatsoever. But as we are, again, on this lane, both teams very experienced on this lane. I would like to think so. Maybe we'll see some differences here. Maybe we'll see WFAT, for example, not using so many maxes. Maybe we will see PTSD not using that little trick they have with the pulling extra vehicles in the first round. Maybe that will happen, who knows. I think both teams are very equally matched. I know PTSD have been doing really well lately, and although WFAT did lose their previous match, they were against an opponent massively out of their scope.
Oh yeah, I mean, TM's quite strong. Especially since they woke up, like, their first training matches weren't that, I lost my word, weren't that impressive, but they were able to start the engine again and go full LaneSmash mode.
So the lane in particular is broken down with a chimney rock neutral base in the middle. For those who have not seen this lane before, this is a neutral base and this can be captured by either team. In the north we have PTSD playing as TR, and in the south we have WFAT again playing as VS.
I think PTSD won the coin toss, otherwise I would have seen WFAT on VS, on TR.
This is on a 3-minute delay, and if this match is going to go on schedule, we should be well within that time. Looking at the PTSD lineup here, we do see them utilising their usual tactic of pulling extra vehicles, and in this extra vehicle we see a lot of ESFs and a lot of prowlers. However, the actual amount of them being manned will be a low number here. Not many prowlers actually manned. Not many of the mosquitoes actually man themselves. I'm not seeing any sort of galaxy. They're not starting at...
There's no Sunday either.
Zipping over to the VS side in the south, down at Tumas is WFAT. We do see them doing something very similar, but they seem to have a lot more manned vehicles. We do see WFAT here consisting of primarily Sunders and Mag Riders. I'm not seeing that many ESFs here. Quite a very unusual start for a LaneSmash.
There's literally only Bob Scudo.
There's only one. The Wing Commander himself, the entire WFAT Air Force in one image. 10, right there.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Match start.
And this is the thing, the VS are definitely outnumbered in the air here. However, is Bob Scuddle going for the... I think he's going for the drop. He does drop there. ESFs from the other team are coming in. Quite a lot of mosquitoes here. The convoy from VS is slowly coming through Skyland's battery. The TR, on the other hand, have only just crossed the light bridge. Only several prowls out of their total spare in reserve.
They need the Rangers to be effective there, because Hornets are going to decimate those vehicles.
These mosquitoes will also be relaying the information all the way to the TR prowls coming down this road. It does seem that WFAT are prioritising the clown car mechanic here. Essentially a wild herd of Sunderers, but they probably will end up cock-blocking each other. But as we see these prowlers coming down this road, there's not many vehicles here. These Mag Riders trying to contest here. With
Hornets going for the Mag Raiders first, which is a good strat. If you kill the Mag Raiders first, then the Prowlers can just come in and blast the tanks, the Sundays.
PTSD coming on the flank here on the eastern side, and Prowlers moving down the western road as well. This is literally a lot of nanites the VS have pulled, and for every single TR ESF that does go down, they do have ample spare at their home base.
To be honest, I have not seen a single Mozzie die yet.
But there are a lot of repair Sunderers here, quite a lot, and
It's the first one.
And the thing is, a few light assaults can get amongst them, and can get some C4 down. But these mosquitoes aren't really focusing any of these
The prowlers
Sundras.
are going to be an issue now, though.
But again, though, can they out DPS the repair?
Oh yeah, 2 prowlers blasting the same targets.
Very interesting tactic by VS here. Effectively cock blocking the entire capture point with Sunderers, but the more TR mosquitoes and tanks they destroy, the more infantry is going to come. And it won't be long until PTSD start focusing down these vehicles one by one. And we've already started seeing that some of the outlying VS vehicles getting picked off by heavies and ESFs here. And 9 out of 10 times on neutral bases, we will always see one of the factions stealing it in the last few seconds. And we are starting to see a few more TR vehicles coming down. They are bringing their own Sunderers, their own hard solutions. We do see
I'm surprised to not see more Vanu people gunning the buses.
The Prowlers are starting to focus down these Sunderers here, and they are going down slow. Quite a lot of VS infantry here coming to deal with these Prowlers. You'd think they'd use light assaults or something just to take out the DPS, but they are slowly losing this fight here. These infantry here really need to make an impact on these Prowlers.
Oh, he's 1 rocket away from dying, but he's gonna be alive.
TR infantry now coming in amongst these Sunderers. Light assaults coming in. These are going to be very deadly. A few C4 on these Sunderers, or even the engineers repairing it, will be detrimental to the VS efforts here. VS
1
might
minute
take,
though.
but this is the thing. All it's going to take is TR to steal it in the last few seconds.
1 prowler down.
We do
Them
see
time.
a PTSD Galaxy waiting in the foreground, waiting potentially for a drop in the last few seconds. Who knows? TR infantry coming up the main pathway. We do see a few VS Maxes literally trying to focus down infantry coming down the main path, but we do have a few light assaults behind them.
Yeah, now the deal is done. The last buses are gonna die. VS needs to regroup inside.
Yeah, they need to collapse on point here. TR Prowls are already making their way on to the capture point here to shoot in. Last 30 seconds here. PTSD are still in a good position to take this. They are already starting to snipe the VS. Let's have a look at the point in here, and there's not actually that many VS inside here, and there's still 20 seconds to go. VS still have a few Sunras up and a beacon, but the TR are increasing their attacks with more mosquitoes. There is a few TR beaconing.
I don't see TR flipping this.
A few ooh, ammo pack goes down.
Got this.
Armor pack goes down, not a C4 unfortunately. The first point goes to WFAT, a very good defense there, a very different tactic, and that is in itself something very charming to see. WFAT thinking out of the block box there, but that did cost them a lot of nanites when you think about it.
I think TR lost a fair lot of nanites as well.
And there's a thing, have WFAT got a pre-cap going? I don't think they have.
Heyoka is a hard base to pre-cap. Especially since they don't have air control. Although I only see 2 ESFs left now. There's no reserves anymore as well for
And this
TR.
is the thing, PTSD still have a Sunder here. It is manned, they still have a clown car, they can still get on this point, they can still backcap. Because obviously as VS send more men to backcap, the better chance TR have to backcap this. And they do have another spawn solution, they do have the Galaxy in the background.
I think that gal is an anti-lock-on gal. Landed there. Like a lot of teams do that lately.
VS,
The air.
VS do take out that last Sunderer. However, TR still have 2 beacons, 1 for either squad perhaps. There's still quite a considerable amount of TR presence here. Gorgon Max trying his best with the typical WFAT Max pair, trying to whittle down this TR resistance, but still no VS population in Hager Chemical. What is taking them so long? 1 C4 here, and that match could go down.
I would say the only way they can end is like... Oh, I see a scythe going in. It went through the Moses without getting killed.
But this
Job
is
from him.
But this is the thing, like VS are losing manpower on the point. They're still holding, but mosquitoes chasing down that scythe.
The dude was able to drop.
He needs to get a
Is he
beacon.
gonna reach the point?
He needs to get a
cannot
beacon.
in the middle of those ESFs. He's still
He
trying
can.
to do it.
But he has to at least get some reinforcements in because he cannot hold this alone.
Yeah, all the ESF's pilots dropped out of their ESF to kill him. The beacon's up though.
Yeah. And this is where it's going to be very risky for the VS here. Do they sacrifice taking the capture point, or they still hold on here? They are still holding on at Chimney Rock. However, they're going to have to call out redeploy.
And the point is flipped. Good job. Those two VS people were able to flip the point.
And this is the thing, they are slowly getting picked up at Chimney Rock. Let's go have a look at...
Chimney Rock is fine. Heyoka is flipped.
But there's not many VS here, that's what I'm saying. There's still quite a sizable presence of TR at the previous base. Hopefully we'll see VS mass redeploy, or even we'll see TR mass redeploy and deal with this. And we are starting to see a few TR already coming in through the spawn room into the bridge building. Very interesting to see that VS don't have any other spawn solution. The VS point is already flipping. VS congregating around the server room and on dubs here. A very precarious position to be in, where they can get flanked by both the bridge and big stairs.
Sadly, I don't think they have a lot of solution else than this right now.
It was a decent effort by VS, however, how has that affected the situation at Chimney Rock? As you can see here, there's no VS defenders at Chimney Rock here, and with the beacons already up, TR can really get settled on this position. It seems that VS mass redeployed to reinforce that beacon drop. You do see a few sides here trying to...
they are.
They would have probably been in a galaxy, maybe on the point, but...
I'm looking around. Maybe they sneaked something flying around on one of the mountains?
But this is the thing. In 2 seconds, TR will be back capping this position. TR...
Yeah, it's capping. I'm very surprised, but not in the right way right now. I don't know where the VS people are. Oh, they are pulling vehicles at Tumas Islands now?
We do see a few TR Sunderers and ESFs already coming onto this point here. TR making a very aggressive defense here, holding down the teleporter room. And this is the thing about this base, is that as soon as this infantry leaves this safety of this building, the ESFs will be on them immediately. We do see a few more VS Sives trying to contest the airspace, but those vehicles coming down from Chimney Skylands are definitely going to get contested by these ESFs, and they're very hesitant to advance here. They need to advance.
They
can't
are
afford
by prowlers as well.
They can't afford to wait there. They have to push. They're giving more time for TR to set up Sunderers on the point and essentially do what they did in the first 10 minutes. We do see a very sizable VS force slowly inching inch by inch towards the capture point, putting that pressure on.
Let's follow that harasser and see how good he does against deployed prowlers. He forced the prowler out, that's a good work already.
And this is the thing, there's not that many TR here. VS need to decide what they're going to do. Are they going to dedicate themselves to another clown car push, or are they actually going to fight or just be shot at by these ESFs?
They are going through.
That prowler is none the wiser as to what's coming right behind them. Both of them managing to turn around in time. However, the Lightnings here need to break off this attack here and dedicate themselves to holding these prowlers at bay.
That's one prowler down.
But the Sunderers break up here, forming it into a little formation here to actually repair each other. This is the time now the infantry needs to start pushing down this little ridge, getting a defensive beacon up. One Sunderer does go into some mines there. Bob Squaddle, the expert mine diffuser.
It's pretty bold from a single repair bus to go along this far ahead. Maybe waiting a bit more would be more...
But they do manage to break in. However, there's still a few TR on the capture point here. Only, actually one max.
They
one
need to take down that cobalt bus. It's it's wiping them right now, and they can respawn.
But they are flipping the point. Hopefully VS will take out these TR beacons.
Good.
But this is the thing. This is
for now, but
this
the
is
respawns are coming.
But this is a 2-minute wait now for VS. They have to hold this for another 2 minutes, and it's just going to be rinse and repeat. Are VS going to go back to 2 minutes to get another Sunday tree, and then PTS comes back on the point and caps for another 2 minutes? This is where VS needs to be very aggressive here. They need to push out of that building, destroy these beacons.
Especially since many of those ESFs are not Banshees, you know. At best they are breaker rocket pods, so you can try to get out of the building and shoot some mans. Oh, this is bad right now.
TR managing to wipe the VS off of the point.
Oh no, some VS dudes trying to repulse Sandy from Chimney Rock, but a Prowler was waiting there. 2 Prowlers.
That is to be expected though in this kind of base. It's very risky to get that Sunder up. TR managing to re-secure the capture point. VS using their beacon to slowly gain a foothold on the eastern side of this lane. However, with the ESF still flying around, this would be quite tricky for them to traverse this open terrain. TR also pushing up the ridge line.
It's more about those Cobalt buses and the max that is pushed outside like that. Since they don't own the air, PTSD is totally free to go on that hill and contest the push. Together with the ESFs, it makes a deadly combo. I don't see them pushing back there. They need buses again. I see some coming, but...
One more VS Sunder does get pulled. The Sunderers need to make a decision now. They need to get everyone to redeploy into these Sunderers. The Prowlers have already started to see them. One of these Sunderers needs to just charge the Prowler and just distract them. 1 minute 30 on the cap. And this is the thing, they're forming up to repair each other, but they're just going to get out DPS'd.
Yeah, the combination of Hornets and Prowlers, if they focus fire the dudes, like, there's no way a Sandy survives, even though he's stacking so many repairs.
It's quite an interesting tactic by WFAT to keep doing this, but if they keep continually doing this, it's going to be a massive drain again. With the TR infantry still in possession of the western ridge. They're on point, however.
They really need to take away this this bus from PTSD though.
Only 1 infiltrator, 1 max, and engineer defending this point.
That's the bus down. Good job.
15 minutes remaining. 15 minutes remaining.
To be frankly honest, if they rotate who pulls buses, they can totally keep on doing this for the next 15 minutes, WFAT. Now it comes to them to do it on the right timings and to PTSD to be able to break through.
TR making another push onto point here. Resonate goes out for VS. They do manage to repel another wave there.
Now here comes the Banshee.
TR still have these beacons.
Like, they should have someone sending just a single EMP would wipe all the beacons there.
It surprised me why we're not seeing any anti-air from the teleport rooms at the very least.
Two minutes left. Is Venom repulling some buses again? They should. They aren't. I can't believe the 24 Vanus are inside the point right now, so I really would like to know where are the others.
But they are still getting wiped off the point. TR managed to get the flip here.
I see a lot of VS people AFK at the spawn room.
VS going for the vehicle pad again. Prowler's watching this time, destroying that terminal as soon as it comes online again.
Yeah, they cannot pull from here. There's no way.
TR bringing in more Sunderers to defend the A point. Again, this very this pause by VS again.
There's way too many people idling in VS right now. This is not good.
And this is the
They
thing.
need to do something.
They're just idling and they're allowing TR to set up again on the point. It's like they just gave up on the defense and decided to pull more Sunderers. But where are they now? Are they at Human Skylands, Barry? They are. We are seeing some few more Sunderers coming in here. But
Yeah, but this time there's like 5 prowlers waiting for them.
But this is the thing, it's like there's 1 minute 30 left and TR are setting up every second by second a new vehicle joins this defence. And you still
Like,
have to cross the bridge of Prowlers.
The WFAT strat could work.
We
if
are
they-
seeing more
if
ESF
they-
by VS, but
If they take down more vehicles, they are not killing those prowlers, so it ends up with more and more prowlers in the end.
VS have a lot of sides in the air here and they need to be focusing out these Prowlers on this bridge because this armour column is going to be in a position where they are going to get out DPS here.
I think the Scythe has as order to take away the Banshee to allow the infantry to come in.
Start fighting for real at any
It's technically
time
not a
now.
bad idea. One Banshee at the worst timing can very screw you over. Let's see now.
But this will start to become a very telegraphed attack and the more VS do this, the more TR will...
There's barely any infantry in the point though for TR.
Coming down to the last 25 seconds again. Even if VS manage to take this base back, they're going to have to wait.
The beacon up. Can they do it now? They need one big drop, but TR is starting to stack on the point now. Nah, there's no way. TR got it back. This is gonna be 1-1.
The Terran Republic has taken the
Yep.
facility.
I think WFAT strat of mass pulling vehicles to push back in isn't bad.
I think they are getting back capped. They do manage to get the point
Yeah,
of Chimney
they are.
Rock, but they are...
No, they are
yeah.
back up. Their strat isn't bad per se, but they have too many people idling. There's like 8 to 10 people waiting.
They're waiting to
Somewhere.
form. They're waiting to form up, and they're just giving PTSD time.
Yeah, instead of waiting there, like going and contesting, like shooting some rockets at vehicles, it cannot harm you. Let's see, VS seems to deal pretty well with this backup, but they need to kill the beacon.
I'd actually like to win this fight.
TR with a
Nice.
TR
Oh,
with
Max is
a
already here.
TR do have a Sunder in the garage here. There's still a sizable TR force on the catch point itself. Still room to get some more beacons up. 2 VS defense beacon goes up, and so does the TR. But in 10 seconds, VS could get a back
10
cap.
minutes remaining.
The catch point here at Chimney Rock is undefended.
Flipping. It is flipped thanks to the Max, although the Max is getting low on health. I think VS redeployed away a bit too fast. Let's see.
TR bringing more Musketeers in to deal with the VS snipes here, and they're punishing the point.
The roof position of WFAT was good until now those Mozzies are in.
The Mag Riders look at the garage, but they don't realise the sun is above the actual garage here. Though the Mag Rider could still do some damage elsewhere. They could prevent the enemy armour coming down the road. We do see a few Prowlers coming up behind the Mag Riders. The Mag Riders not aware.
Yeah.
TR being very
A
aggressive.
very long cap.
TR being very aggressive on this defense of their cap here, pushing onto the I building. However, a lot of them are still in the open and they can get picked off. And with this many Mozzies in the sky, it's going to be very difficult for the VS to leave their spawn room.
Again, that's many people idling or just throwing rockets at the sky. That's not something you want. Yeah, WFAT managing to go through the southern side.
TR slowly getting picked off here at the I building. The TR beacon very undefended.
Ooh, nice C4. Oh, good
The
save from the
infiltrate gets
bolter.
the bolter gets him there, shuts him down immediately. VS on the roof here of the A point. Will we see a beacon? VS have a beacon behind the VS beacon goes up on the roof. 2 minutes left on the cap, and that is not counting the 2 minutes. VS will have to wait for it to reset.
We'll win this.
Yep, this is starting to be very scary for WFAT right now.
7 minutes, 30 seconds left on this round. 1 minute 40 on the cap.
Oh, that's the full Vanu people wiped, and now there's a harasser as well to deal with. Like, the more time it takes them, the more stuff arrives on point. And WFAT really is struggling right now.
But this is the thing, all the TR are very in the open here. If VS had some ESF, they could. We do see VS, however, using the roofs of the building here to try and get angles on these guys here.
Scythel's struggling. There's only 2 or 3 sides against several mosquitoes, up to 8.
VS are slowly winning the battle on the roof.
They need to get in now because the banshees are coming back.
You have?
Good job of the scythe pulling away the banshees for a while, but now they need to push in now. It's needed.
The TR max is very low here. Will be a perfect snipe by the guys
Now
on the
they
roof.
come.
VS Max is counter pushing the TR Max. TR Max is still holding out.
Gonna win this. Oh, the bolter takes down the engineer. Good job from him, but the Max is able to survive on Vanu.
But this is the thing, the VS have only just taken the point, and now they have to wait 3 minutes 30 seconds for it to flip before they can even counter attack. And with 5 minutes 40, that will take it down to 2 minutes. All VS can do now is defend. That's all they can do.
Good job from them starting to pull some ESFs up again. They were able to clean those banshees now.
They have to hold for 3 minutes.
And with the air on their favor right now, it's way more doable. PTSD going for, like, the TR people going for a basic bridge pull like that. Questionable when VS is in full control of the point. I don't think they can break through just like that.
5 minutes remaining. 5 minutes remaining.
Oh, VS overcommitting outside a bit too much in my opinion. They
Well,
just
they're
have to wait at the doors.
But they're not allowing TR to get set up here, and with their control of the roof, they are preventing TR from having that advantage. But we do see TR using a lot of light assaults to contest that roof. Big form up here by the TR harasser. TR trying to get entrance here. TR holding one side of the roof, VS on the other. The same goes for the ground floor here. One faction in control of one half.
I would love to see that side coming back as a PPA, because Vanu still has a side alive. He's repairing back in his base.
TR are on point again.
A PPA side could do hell's job right now, blasting the people on point. Now let's see, comes back. He's still with an air-to-air, no doubt.
Don't give up. We're still in it.
Both teams using a lot of light assaults to contest this roof. It seems this battle will come down to whoever can hold this roof.
For now it seems Vanu. taking the roof. Although some of the light assaults and some of the people on Vanu's side are going way too close to the ledges, so that allows the people from down the point to shoot. Except you can climb up from the point as well, and that's what those people are trying to do from TR side, and totally helping with the light assault.
TR harassing this VS group up here. VS grouping up here on the southern side of the capture point.
Ooh, big push on the north.
TR are waiting here. C4 medic coming in.
I just realized that there's a Prowler shooting at the front door for TR. Getting shot by that side, but with a nose gun it's taking so much time.
There's 50 seconds on the cap and 2 minutes 20 on the round. It's all or nothing for VS. They have to get on point.
Good point though is that TR lost their beacons. So that respawns come from the bridge again.
Prowler takes out light assault.
Yep, no more. Like the first beacons are starting to come back on TR, so Vanu's gonna have a bit of time to
2 minutes remaining.
They need to hold for at least a minute. Be quite a tall order for VS here.
Are they? Yeah, they are starting to gather on the balconies. That's how you deal with holding this point. Good job.
VS Max does go down. TR focusing on one doorway on the southeast. They do manage to get the capture point back. VS desperately trying to prevent it.
They must stop going one by one right now. Regroup all together, the VS, and do one good push that will allow them to flip the point for a few seconds.
VS bringing in more Maxes.
The roof is in full control of TR right now.
45 seconds. Will PTSD go ahead, or will VS? Or will VS manage to hold out and have a draw for the first round? 30 seconds on the cap.
Oh, this Max needs an NG. This Max needs an NG.
They just need to get the point and hold it for 20 seconds.
They're idling too much right now. Again.
Here comes the push now. They need to go and push now. Down to the last 10 seconds. VS so close. Max pushing.
30 seconds remaining.
All or nothing for VS here.
Okay, now can they stand on the resonates? Can they survive the TR resonates? That's a no. I see way more TR alive. Have they done it?
10 seconds left in the
Seems
round.
they did.
10 seconds left in the round, and WFAT managed to go for broke there at the end there.
Wow.
Well done to VS there.
1. End of round. End of round. Both teams, please leave the continent and wait for the callback to come back.
And there you have it. The first round is now over. Both teams with 1 point apiece. Very down to the wire there in the last minute there.
Damn. I think WFAT made it way harder on them than they should have. Like, they have the IDs, but the execution is a bit slow on WFAT's side.
It's pretty much that they had this idea, it worked, and they just overcommitted to that. Yeah, it did help them a bit, but it's getting more and more telegraphed. The enemy knows that, especially for the second round, that VS are going to have a lot more Sunderers, and they're going to probably maybe have a few more Prowlers, who knows, maybe going to have a few more, you know, air-to-ground Mosquitoes who are going to focus that Sunday train. And we've seen WFAT get essentially held
Both teams may
up.
now return to the continent. Both teams may now return to the continent.
So all they really have to do is aggressively push down, well, as they will now start on the southern side, all TR have to do is push up this road, aggressively hold this junction, and prevent that VS Sunday train from getting anywhere near the point.
Yeah. I wonder what... if I were... I know I'm not, and I'm only suggesting, but if I were with that right now, I would do the opposite of what they've just done. To try to outbrain the TR. Could work, you know? And especially since on this side, bringing Thunderers in is going to take them so much more effort. Now from the north side on Chimney Rock, I'm very curious about what they're going to do. That was a very good round, first round.
We're still seeing fights going on. Too much scouts.
No, it's someone blasted the vehicles away with the Nobita strike gun.
So this first round, we did see a lot of vehicles. Probably the most vehicles I've seen this season, to be honest. Just
I
in
hope
sheer
we have the
volumes.
stats. That should be amazing on this.
And the thing is, like, so we've seen. So obviously they can't really do it now because obviously the short interval period and nanite regeneration. But we've seen VS there use a lot of Sunderers. So maybe in retrospect they could have done what PTSD did, where they put extra vehicles and kept them in reserve. So VS wasted time there by going to the previous base, pulling a big Sunderer train when they could have done what PTSD did and have those vehicles already good to go.
5 minutes until match start.
But obviously, as we enter the second round and nanite regeneration, I don't think even PTSD will have those reserve vehicles. But I do kind of guess that both teams are going to go with what they had in the first round. But it would not surprise me if the PTSD managed to get on point first this time and prevent that Sunday train. Will they use the same tactics or will they not? Who knows?
I'm very curious, and I hope to get. I'm hyped. I would really like it to go up to a third round on this. As in, I know the fight for the neutral is going to be on quite a lot in the second round. But I would be very curious to see if it's their only shot to see how they go.
We've seen both teams compete in the nighttime. Let's see how they compete in the daytime.
Oh yeah, all hail the admin who just switched to daytime, because nighttime isn't that amazing. It looks great on stream, like all the traces and everything. It's amazing, but it's not that amazing to play.
So we should almost within the next 20 seconds be within that 3-minute limit. So in 20 seconds I'll go see what both factions are up to. But I'm not seeing... Yep, the population is there. They are back on continent.
Meanwhile, for the second round, I'm going to be running a giveaway on the chat, so you guys make sure you react to our little bot.
Just going to go have a quick look at the WFAT. Now on the northern half of this lane, Jaeger tech plant. And a quick look at see what they've got. Let's see if they're doing something similar. VS this time having a Galaxy and more Scythes this time around. The first round they had one Scythe who was not really there to fight the ESFs, he was just there to simply get that cap. It does see that VS are dedicating themselves to a few more Mag Riders this time, maybe to compare against the TR Prowlers. A Galaxy drop could happen, they do have the sufficient air support. Let's go see what the TR are up to. TR again, this time on the southern side of the map. Still quite a lot of Prowlers here, some unmanned, some not manned. Maybe these will be the reserve ones as well. They do have a few mosquitoes. They definitely outweigh VS in the air again. No Galaxy seen, no Sunder seen either.
Okay, I think
one Sunder actually.
I really think VS guys trying to adjust to what VS did the first round. Looking by the loadouts, I see all the mosquitoes running either Hornets or rocket pods.
So I feel that the TR have thought, oh, they're going to do another Sunder train. Let's go anti-tank and air-to-ground AT missiles. And the VS seem to think that, oh, actually, they're going to deal with our Sunder train, so let's also go army.
Match will start in 1 minute. 1 minute until match start.
So I think this is primarily going to be an armor battle along the main road and the ammo tower junction, but both teams do have a sizable air force now compared to the first round, so it'll be quite interesting to see if the VS side can contest and keep the air-to-ground muskets off the backs of their mag riders. We do see the VS here starting at height. That will give them a slight advantage. I don't know if TR are doing the same. TR not at high, but that could change by the time this changes. There's still maybe at least 30 seconds left before match start. And it does seem the mag riders are going through the archway route and around to the chemical plant, avoiding the live bridge.
That might work as well. Coming
10, 9,
enough timing?
8,
Let's see.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Match start. Match start.
And that is the match underway now. On screen, we should start to see both ESS forces slowly joining over Chimney Rock. We do see that the TR are to Chimney Rock first this time around. VS coming in at a very high level, very conservative, very much hanging back, allowing the TR to slowly get baited in.
The difference being that many sites are running Coyotes, and on the TR side everyone's running Breaker rocket pods or Hornets.
We do see the TR Prowlers very hesitant here, holding the bridge, waiting for this armor column to come down. The armor column on the VS side going east, essentially, but with that amount of ESFs in the air here, no doubt that information has been relayed here. We do see the VS Galaxy here being hunted down by the Mosquitoes, very little air support. The side seem to be focusing on one little Mosquito here. The TR Prowlers have progressed down the main road. On the opposite side, VS are heading down.
Must run away.
We are going to see who outflanks who. Will the Prowlers come up behind the Mag Riders, or will the Mag Riders come up behind the TR? No one is on the point yet. Both teams very hesitant to get on point. We do see TR Stunners already moving.
Mag Rider is getting baited by the car.
We do see the VS on the eastern flank get contested here by 3 Prowlers here. TR evenly splitting up their tanks here.
Oh, a Prowler's coming behind the rock, behind the Mag Riders. This could be massive.
The VS Mag Riders here aren't really in a position here to do much.
No. They are totally taken off position.
But it does seem that VS have won the air war. And for a team that doesn't really have that many pilots, it's quite interesting. They still have their Galaxy that could still provide a spawn drop onto capture point. We do see some TR infantry on the ridge. Maybe a Sunderer. A stealth Sunderer is up by TR. The ESFs have not cottoned onto it yet. TR bringing up more Sunderers ready for the rat run to run this gauntlet to the A point. Point is flipping to TR at the moment. TR Sunderers already en route. VS on the opposite side of the mountain here. But with that...
Ooh, that's a nice try. TR's trying to sneak a bus on Heyoka Chemical already.
With the VS in contesting of the air, they do have this Galaxy, and that Galaxy could be used for a last second drop.
Yeah, I think I saw some Scythe running Hornets as well. Could be useful. Take down the Prowlers. But they lost a lot of sites, and now there's a repool of Mozzies.
TR using those strikers to great effect there to try and keep that ESF off of their back. But this is the thing, VS2.
Ooh, I see many Sundays gathering for VS. Ooh, that TR bus. Okay, this could be massive. TR managed to sneak a bus on Heyoka Chemical. If they are able to capture Chimney Rock, they will have a bus already deployed.
But this is the thing, TR still have a lot of prowlers in action, and all it would take for them is to navigate northwards and contest that bridge and just hold that Sunday trade.
Okay. Take back what I said, that bus tried to cross and failed miserably and fell into the green water.
But this is the thing, they are very hesitant. The TR prowlers moving northwards to contest this armor pull. VS side trying to support this push as best they can. Prowlers are still on the flanks.
Yeah, let's see how they deal with prowlers. That Magret is way too ahead. Although, why the prowlers are focusing the buses and not the Maggie?
It seems that we are now playing dodgems here. VS hitting each other as they try to scramble for repairs here. TR prowlers still holding the junction.
The
2
prowler
minutes.
on the side getting blasted because the Magret has a gunner and not the prowler.
Will VS notice that stealth Sunder? I don't think they have. TR not giving the position away.
Okay, this one engineer might be a big issue, like causing them to spot them. Although most of the vehicles are dead.
And the thing is, like I said, TR will be expecting this Sunday pull, and their copious amount of prowlers. We're just waiting for this to come. 1 minute 35. Do VS still have that Galaxy that could make an appearance? The ESFs are still contesting the air. They really should have helped that push there. They could have maybe made a difference.
I mean, there are a lot of mosquitoes after them, so...
But while the ESFs do have the TR ESFs occupied, maybe we'll see a drop. Who knows?
Maybe.
We do see a VS beacon go up in the mountainside. If VS want to do this, they need to do it now in the last minute. TR using the same strategy as WFAT did. They're using prowlers, Sunderers to block those doors.
There's way less Sunderers though.
But they still have to take these Sunderers out, and for them to be successful, they'll take out every single Sunderer here.
The difference being that
here come the sides.
Sundays.
Here come the side to try and make a difference.
But they're all gunned. When WFAT didn't gun the buses.
They do make a play for point here. Resonate goes out.
Yeah. Has TR enough people to defend this? I believe so, but maybe I'm mistaken.
Yeah, TR do come out from the rear there.
Yeah, let's see the battle of resonates. Who wins that?
Both teams here very desperate. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and this will go to TR. Goes to PTSD.
The Terran Republic has taken the facility.
This is turning into a deathmatch in the board.
The question is, you said that TR did have a Sunder chemical.
No, he died. He died because he tried to... Oh, he's back at it though. He's trying to cross the bridge again, but does he know that he can't do that? I mean, what's... Okay, he's deploying the... That's a decent strat, deploying the cloak bus on the small bridge. So yeah, they have the bus, they have someone going to flip the point right now at Heyoka Kimiko.
VS on point here at Chimney Rock. They do manage to get their back cap. However,
That's just in time.
He needs to commit himself to that cap.
That was just in time because that infill was about to flip the point. Chemical.
TR have wiped him here. VS need to get back on this point because it is on the neutral.
There's an issue though, is that VS pulled 3 maxes here on Chemical to defend. Like, what are they gonna do?
VS trying to contest his point here, but TR do manage to secure it. VS coming in on the beacon.
Start fighting for real at any time now.
No more spawn option for the VS side.
The Terran Republic has taken the facility.
TR Mosky is already on Heavy Chemical. to assist with this capture here. Not many TR on point. VS are holding big stairs here. They do have the opportunity to contest this point.
And that's contested. How does it go on chemical?
VS just managed to take back the point, but TR are managing to start to push in. VS have redeployed en masse here. VS going underground. This is a lot of maxes for VS
Okay,
here.
the thing is now TR fully redeployed away and VS still has someone. They do, but they kept many people defending Chimney Rock. There's like 5 people. That's a lot. Oh, they just redeployed. Ooh, now's the time to shine for that Stalker. Isn't he stuck in here? He might be. I think he's waiting for the beacon. How's the point going on chemical? Are they holding on?
They're just holding. TR are coming in.
Okay, VS needs like a little bit less than a minute still. The problem being there's a light assault totally ready for that.
VS do have a lot of manpower here. TR coming in across the northeastern swamp bridges. Muskie is still a lot of TR on the roof. TR beacon does go up. A lot of VS here. Dubs just waiting to get sniped here.
I'm waiting to see if if Vanu is able to go for the pre-cap, but there's 2 TR people totally ready for the countering that.
TR are massing up on the roof here. If VS need to get a back cap, they need to do it now.
And here comes the beacon for VS. But the light assault's already jumping in on it. Okay, here comes the beacons. VS is gonna be on point. They're gonna flip Chimney Rock right now.
But there's still a considerable VS force here at Jaeger Chemical, holding big stairs, holding the server room.
Here it is. 5 people flip Chimney Rock and VS has the point. Nice patience from that Stalker to wait there and make sure the light assault didn't find him.
Because I did see a TR light assault waiting for this beacon, and we do see the stealth Sunday is still not destroyed. TR using that Sunday to climb against the rocks and essentially put pressure on the catch point already. Muskie is already coming back to support the counter push.
Yeah, that point sadly is not gonna give them a lot of time, but they need, see, right now they need to have someone looking for the burst at Jaeger Chemical and killing it, instead of just being idling on the point like I see those 2 heavies on Chemical.
Enemy medic spotted! Spotted a hostile medic! Enemy transport in a hostile medic! Enemy medic in the area!
That's a good attempt. A full minute 1 on the timer. They can now like regroup and do something more structured. But yeah, they really need to clear. Like those 1 minutes are lost totally if they don't do anything against the spawn options of TR or don't contest the air or anything.
The stealth Sunday there for TR did help them massively to recapture that point. We do see TR already using the bridge stunner to get back onto the capture point. Did the VS leave their maxes here in defense? There is TR waiting at the capture point, ready to get the flip. VS are bringing a lot of maxes again. But again, this is a very big redeploy by VS. And the more maxes they pull to defend the base, the less impact they're going to have on a back cap.
Yeah, that's the thing. You get the back cap to get something going on your side. And this is just like They flipped the point, got 1 minute on timer, and then they are back at defending. That's very bad. I hope they can fix it in the next half left of the round. Let's see. Let's hope for the best. A tie would be so fun to see Chimney Rock again as only the neutral making the win.
TR are making a push here with Maxes.
The Stalker is still here for Vanu, ready to the beacon though.
Max is switching to small stairs. Max is pushing in. One TR Max goes down.
Okay, there's 3 people waiting for it on Chimney, except they're getting distracted by another infill. And the first one pulled the beacon.
You'd think they'd hack the terminal and get a Sunder up.
On Chimney? I don't think you can. They destroyed it.
"50 minutes left in the round." TR making another push here. Beacon is up for TR.
Oh, Rat diving to that line assault shot. He said on Chimney Rock, they needed him to. Would have been amazing if he could get that. Okay, is that gonna be a beacon for Vanu soon enough? Here it is. The beacon is up.
14 minutes remaining. 14 minutes remaining.
The VS just need to leave their Maxes and their Max pairs on the capture point and dedicate what they can to this push.
No, I hope Vanu is doing it structured, because there's many people. There's like 5 people with Bulldog buses waiting for them on Chimney Rock. Okay, nice C4. Oh no, no! The C4 is on the car, but the dude dies. Oh, get rezzed. Blow it up. Nice. 1 car down, and the point's flipping on Chimney Rock. Oh, he got stabilized. There it is. It's flipping.
There's Heavy here. Needs to get on point here. He just needs to flip.
Wait. How is the point not flipping? Is it back capped for TR?
Yeah, it is. The VS Heavy decided to hide behind a box. Obviously, the 2 VS on the point did get wiped. But VS are in a position to re-secure this point, and they have. VS very quick deploying there, using their foothold on the server room.
Everyone died on VS side on Chimney Rock, so the backup's not going to go through. They even lost the Stalker that was able to pull the beacon.
They still have a beacon very high up the rock.
Oh, up there. That's amazing. I didn't see it. That light assault, I think, is too far to see it. They would need an ESF to spot it.
And this is the thing, we do see TR again forming on the bridge. A few air-to-ground ESFs would decimate these pushes across this bridge. It's just that VS are allowing the TR to continuously gain ground, then form up again for another push. We do see the return of a few sides. They are focusing that Sundra now, but
like those Vanus are dropping 1 by 1 and getting outsmarted by that one light assault shotgun that he got something like 20 kills already waiting for the backups. That they need to get their shit together and move together to attack the point.
VS Max on the flank here. Big push here by TR, forming up for the point. How is it at Chimney Rock?
Chimney Rock is close from flipping. It's getting contested right now.
TR pushing onto point here.
Okay, the point is flipped neutral already. Are they going to be able to go for the full cap?
TR
Yes,
switching
they
for
are.
TR switching to small stairs.
Chimney Rock is flipped.
VS still holding here.
And a quite strong one. There's half a squad already inside the point. But it's gonna need some TR to redeploy here.
Enemy max.
But as you said, that cloak bus is still around for TR.
We've got a hostile
2
max.
VS Maxes remain in defense of Heavy Chemical, but they do have that beacon, and they VS have just been wiped off the defense. You'd think every single person now would redeploy on this beacon with those ESFs in support, getting back onto the A point. And that stealth Sunderer is again being a massive benefit to PTSD here.
Oh, the bus. Oh, it's already dying. Finishing, fast. Come on, Vanu. You need to take down that bus. It's literally one rocket away. Nice.
Enemy engineer in the area. Visual on hostile light assault trooper.
Points getting out popped.
Watch the six. Infiltrator in the area.
This should be a defense soon.
10 minutes 20 of this round remaining.
Enemy medics.
Still plenty of time for this to go either way.
In the area.
This is getting defended. Way too many TR people. Or is there?
Enemy medics spotted.
VS still none the wiser about that stealth Sunderer.
Ooh, both TR guys dying. Oh, sadly, no more medics on the VS
We
side.
can still win this.
10 minutes remaining.
Another beacon goes up for Vanu.
TR
Come on.
have Sunderer Heavy Chemical now. A few TR VS have redeployed back to Heavy Chemical in force again, not committing themselves to that cap they've just put all that effort into.
I really dislike it.
But they are pulling Sunderers again. This is going to be massive detrimental. They don't have the bridge. Will he? Oh, I thought Flimping was going to do it. I thought he'd be the first person this season to go in that fucking swampy death. 30 seconds. This VS armor column. Will it get there in time? Probably not. TR already with a clown car beacon goes up for TR here on the capture point. That push, TR already on the point. It's not going to go well for VS here. 20 seconds on
There's
this
more
cap.
TR than VS on chimney, and there's more TR than VS on the point. This
TR
is not good.
TR waiting for the back cap at Heavy Chemical. A lot of nano investment here by VS. VS are still trying to take the capture point, and I think this will go to TR in the
Yeah,
background.
this is TR, definitely.
Yep, TR already
Sunday
flipping.
train is way too late.
TR are already flipping. One heavy, one max. There is a lot of VS still here, but the TR are very aggressive in their defensive, holding the bridge. TR always switching, using mass beacons. They've already realised that this is a lot of VS here. Let's just let them stay in their Sunderers. The VS just need to leave their Sunnies there and mass redeploy to deal with this TR force.
Absolutely. Were they have they found out the bus yet on Heyoka Chemical? Yeah, they took it out, at least.
Enemy heavy nearby.
But again, VS get outsmarted here.
They're too slow. Like they have the correct tactics, but
And the
they have
Mosquitoes
too
are
many
now
people idle.
destroying all the Sunderers, all that now investment there. VS are already counterattacking using the underground.
I do not agree though with VS totally leaving those buses. They need to have someone left here in case the point is flipped on Heyoka Chemical.
And this is the thing, VS have had to mass redeploy,
Ooh,
pull
big
more
push,
maxes.
Big push from underground. The is aware of it, they're rotating. Oh, they might get surprised, they're not ready for the small stairs. If they choose to go small stairs, it's gonna be working. Yes, it is. They're gonna be pushing the stairs before the max is already up there.
Enemy medics.
TR switching to small stairs here. Team Spitfire does go down again. TR
bit late.
holding big stairs.
It's a bit late to switch.
Enemy heavy nearby.
You can still gut this out.
Still 1 minute. VS still have a presence at Jimmy Rock. Still
dislike
6
the
minutes
maxes
50 on the point.
Those maxes need to go up big stairs, small stairs.
VS need to push through dubs here.
Come on, we're
push through double and take out those maxes from
big
behind.
push on small.
VS
Kill the
using
engine. Come on.
35 seconds. VS do have a presence at Chimney Rock. This is where VS need to make a decision. Do they get another beacon ready, or are they going to commit themselves to another
They still have
Syndical?
buses. Okay, they need someone to enter bus and spawn mass in the buses. One is deployed, but it's very wide in the open.
TR deploying all ready to deal with these Sundays.
Yeah, the full TR force is already at Chimney Rock killing them. Where is Vanu? They need to switch already. Redeploy away now. Oh, this is not good. They're gonna lose all the nanites at Chimney Rock.
ID enemy lightning.
The Vanu sovereignty has taken the facility.
And when VS move out to get back onto Chimney Rock, then they will be...
There's
And this
nothing left.
And this is the thing, there's 5 minutes 30 on the round timer. The last few VS Sunras go down.
It would have been amazing if they, like, together with that column, Sunday column, they would have deployed one in the rocks on the east at least. You know, they are missing some few things. It's pretty sad, but it's a close game, but they're making it harder for themselves than they should be, WFAT.
5 minutes remaining. 5 minutes remaining.
Yep. I don't see a way for WFAT to get the cap back now.
The VS Sunras trying to run the gauntlet there. Mosquito's already punishing them.
Maybe
Yeah.
just pick up the maxes with a gal and try a doom drop to try to get back.
You'd think they could just like mass pull ESF and just bail assault.
I don't know, at least bring the, you know, you have all those maxes, that 2, 3 or 4, something like that, chemical. Just bring a gal, fly them up. Try a doom drop. Try something. Like right now they're all idling. Look at the amount of people idling at chemical. Oh no, they killed the only infantry dude left on chemical. It's only maxes, which means if they just get on the point, max or not, the point is flipping.
Now there's a VS heavy. It's just, this one man needs to be the hero of the VS. Oh, he goes down.
Now the max is gonna go down. Although he's not gonna go down without killing people.
And this is the thing, we're going to see WFAT mass redeploy again. Any efforts they've made to Chimney Rock probably wasted. 3 minutes left on the cap. If VS even want to take another point, they have to go now.
Visual on a mosquito. Stay alert.
There's nothing ready to flip. 2 people tried to flip against Chimney Rock, but 2 is just not enough. You need to fully commit to it or you won't get it. Yep. I think PTSD got it. GG to them.
Enemy heavy spotted. Enemy infiltrator spotted. A hostile infiltrator.
It just seems that the VS was so dedicated to driving to the next base.
Like, the driving isn't an issue, because driving to a base is at least doing something.
Yeah, well, of course, but we've seen in previous games where people have used like ESF just to get a beacon down. Again, a team dedicating 2 individuals to try and get a beacon when...
Like, the biggest issue for me is it feels like WFAT is playing 18 against 24, because they have people turning in circles in the defending
2
base.
minutes remaining.
But they both teams play LaneSmash. They have the IDs, they have the strats, but they just lack the execution right now. And which is what makes the difference with the bigger teams in this tournament.
But that being said, it is only 2-1.
Max identified.
Oh, absolutely, this has been a close game, but I'm just saying that I'm just insisting on that because it wouldn't have been this close of a game with the correct execution. I believe WFAT would have won this, but like great job from both teams and PTSD as well. Like
Yeah.
they did the right thing at the right time.
But I do feel that WFAT, in quite a few instances, they did all this hard work, they got a lot done, and then they just throw it away.
Absolutely. That's exactly it. And what I've been reading about the whole game.
It's like they do good defense, and then as they pull a lot of Sunderers, they don't realize that the cap's getting taken behind them.
And as in 3 minutes but from when I'm saying that, because there's the delay, I'll be drawing the winner of the giveaway, so make sure you guys enter.
But it must be considered that we do have a perspective of the bigger picture, whereas the guy on the ground can be quite different. And that even goes down to the time left.
3, 2, 1. Match end. Match end. Final score is PTSD 2, WFAT 1. Congratulations, PTSD. Please join the Waiting for Interview channel for post-match interview.
Yeah, that was a cool game.
It's nice to see the VS using the ultimate anti-infantry burster weapon there. And yeah, that was a good game. Both teams, I think, were very equally matched there. I do feel that it could have gone completely different had the circumstances been slightly different. For both teams did really well, as to be expected. Very interesting tactics by both teams there, especially in the first round. It did seem that both teams in the second round kind of had that mindset of, oh, they're going to do the same thing again, and they both reacted to it.
Yep.
We saw in the first round VS pull a lot of Sunderers. We saw in the second round TR pull a lot of Prowlers, and we saw TR also pulling a lot of anti-air, air to ground, and then in the second round we saw VS pull a lot of more ESF to do with those mosquitoes. So we saw both teams trying to counterbalance each one another.
Let's ask though, actually. I'm gonna bring in the PTSD guys and wait for the WFAT people. Let's go.
User was moved to your channel.
okay.
User was
Hey,
moved
guys.
Hey,
to
hello.
your channel.
Hello.
First of
Oh,
all,
we're having a little party in the powerhouse.
congratulations to both to PTSD.
Thanks.
Oh. You wanted to go forward, Dotso. We can do a bit more
GG, guys.
debriefing. Let's wait for the WFAT people.
Oh no, you're gonna move.
Oh, okay. My bad. Oh, here it is.
Oh, Fling being interesting.
User joined your channel.
Hello.
I hope Afghan's
Fling.
coming. Yeah. I really like Afghan.
Congrats to both of you. That was a close game.
It was a
Yep.
very close game, yeah.
Very fun.
And we would have made it if it weren't for you meddling kids.
Tell me about it.
So
Quick
to
question
both.
about the opener? Yeah. Go ahead, Dotso. Go ahead.
Don't
Hey,
ask me about
wake
the
up.
composition, please.
No, I'm not asking about the composition, but it's more about the second round. As in, we both saw the opener of both teams on the first round. Did you purposely try to counter what WFAT did,
User was
Ro,
moved to your channel.
and got surprised by the ESFs, or were you
User
ready
was
for
moved
it?
to your channel.
We knew that they do mass pulls for the air. I think the first round, when it came to the control around the Chimney Rock base, was far better. But what we absolutely failed at was our cheese game on the point. It was we were completely off time with everything. There was an several internal issues. So it was more of a coincidence that our comp countered theirs in the first round, and in the second round we struggled far more with their second air pull because a lot of our people were nanite stuffed at that point since we wanted to get that Skylands cap.
Because it did seem that in the first round, for example, VS did a very different tactic we're used to. They put a lot of Sunderers, and it did seem that in the second round, both teams decided to try and counteract each other's previous round. So we saw TR pull more Prowess to do with the Sunderers. We saw TR pull more air-to-ground Mozzies, and then we saw the VS in respect pull more ESF to deal with those Mosquitoes. So it's quite good to see you guys like trying to counterbalance one another.
The WFAT's cheese game was on point.
We more thought, oh shit, they're not going to fall for the same shit twice in a row. We need to do something different.
We
all the thought went into the first opener. And then we were
purposefully
what are we
made
going
it
to do
as
now?
different as possible from the first one.
That mass pull really caught us off guard because I said in the aircoms, like, they pulled so many maxes at the end. Surely they don't have enough nanites for a mass pull. What do I see? Mass pull.
So WFAT, talk me through the one-man Air Force in the first round.
That was me.
Yes,
I was there
the
to
Bob
flip the
squad.
point. I was there to flip the point. I was all we needed against their combined legion of 18 pilots.
Because it was a very stark contrast to what you normally see in LaneSmash, where you normally see this, this trap of the cinematic air battles, and you suddenly see this one side go across the air, and then you just see all these Mozzies like, what do we do now? And then you just see this massive Sunday train. Do you feel that Sunday train worked for you?
Base, I suppose.
It did.
Yeah.
And do you feel that you did it so many times it started to become telegraphed? Because we did see a few times later on in the game where you did a really good effort at defending a base, and then you just mass pulled a Sunday train, and then completely forgot that they'll get back capping you, and you just dedicate yourself to driving to the next base. And in that time, a minute 20 had passed, and next thing you know, you lost the previous base. Do you feel like you're just getting too oversubscribed with that tactic, or do you think that...
Not gonna lie, all of our thought went into the opener, so everything that happened afterwards
was very reactionary.
I think that
off the cuff.
Yeah, we really struggled to transition between bases, as you will have seen. So getting enough. I reckon between say Heyoka and Team New York, Heyoka Chemical, like it takes about a minute 20 to drive, especially if you have to group up, for example. So we really need a ridiculous amount of time on the back cab before we can start pulling vehicles with certainty that will make it in time. But yeah, really struggled with our pre-capping squad to hold on to it for too long.
Because I'm sure you'll see it when you guys watch the VOD back. You'll see that you were good to the time when you pulled out of Sunderers, and you were maybe 45 seconds too late, and you just got back capped. And I think at that point, and you'll see what I mean on the VOD when you look it back, you'll see that that's the point where the tables turned against you in that thing. But again, you guys kept on going to Chimney Rock, kept on trying to get that back cap. It did kind of, from my perspective, turn into a few drips and drabs trying to desperately get there. But even in the first round, we saw some amazing fights in the first round. We saw your cap at Chimney Rock. I wasn't expecting you to hold that. You did went down to the wire on that one. Chima Skylance Battery, again, that was another epic fight, especially in the last few seconds of that round. Both teams really going out in the first round. It kind of seems that in the first round that both PTSD and WFAT were very imaginative in their tactics, and in the second was a lot more slower, I think. Both teams trying to get wise to one another. We did see some really good counter cheese by PTSD, and some very good reactionary plays by TR, especially with keeping an eye out for that sneaky VS infiltrate trying to get a beacon down at Chimney Rock. So
quick question to PTSD. Did your guy tell you what happened with his bus on Heyoka Tumas at the start or not?
Heyoka
No.
Tumas? What?
You had a Heyoka Chemical, I mean. He drove a bus there and tried to sneak a bus in, but fell in the water, right?
Oh, okay.
That was pretty sad. You should
Happens.
blast him.
Foolish.
Anyway, go ahead.
And to the VS, were you aware there was a stealth Sunderer at Chimney Rock?
Yes.
Because that kind of like followed your plan on several occasions, I do feel. Obviously, from my perspective is very different to you guys, but that Sunday low, I think, was the MVP placement for PTSD. I think your guys could have gone differently had that Sunday been destroyed.
Yeah, they were a bit,
I don't know. I think if we'd killed it, it would just have been replaced with something else or a beacon or whatever. Like, we didn't have armor control and we didn't have air control. I think them having a spawn there is fairly certain by that point. It's not worth wasting too much time on nanites trying to kill it.
It's like you'll be pulling way more than 200 nanites to get rid of a Sundra. It costs 200 nanites. And we're already nanite starved, so it doesn't quite make sense, I think, to commit to it. Especially with, as Bob said, without air or armor control.
So do you guys feel that for WFAT, do you guys feel like you were in that kind of situation where you were essentially stuck on the base and not really having that enough manpower to like invest in going back to Chimney Rock? Cause we did see you have that shift where you had more ESFs in the air, and was it one of those scenarios where you had to decide on, do I invest what I can on in a back cap, or do I invest what I can on building some sort of sizable air force to counteract the mosquitoes? I think I did see that. I think we did see a lot more ESFs come into play. I think it did help you a lot, really, to start like gaining some more ground. And obviously, you've said multiple matches before that you don't really have any real dedicated pilots. But was this the same this time around, or?
Well, so we have a couple of dedicated pilots, that's for sure. And when our air was able to contest their air just to keep it off infantry's back, was when we were able to make our best headway. But in terms of trying to swap and escalate the cap on Chimney Rock versus Heyoka Chemical, we really struggled with adequately escalating Chimney Rock and de-escalating Heyoka Chemical so that we weren't outgunned at either. And that's a challenge as old as LaneSmash, really, isn't it? I think that if you overcommit to either, you're likely to lose both.
So PTSD. So talking about your composition, that kind of thing. Obviously, in the second round, we did see a very considerable chain attacks, I would say. But in the first round, what was your initial plan? Essentially, were you expecting that Sunday pull, or?
We didn't expect it. Plan was to get control all over the whole area, on the ground and in the air, so that they have to rely on beacons and need to bunker down on A point, as usual. The issue was that Sunny train shouldn't have mattered if people would actually do their job at the time they had to do it, and that didn't happen. And those mistakes led from one thing to another. And suddenly we didn't have enough time to soften up the point where they were bunkered in, because we took so much time in getting their Thunderers down. So the delay was the Sundies did their job, their Sundies did their job, in that they delayed us in pushing their point, and then we didn't have enough time to soften it up, and then we just ran into our deaths trying to get that last second steal. But
we did actually have a backup plan for the first round opener as well, if you did manage to take all that down.
Okay. Do we want to disclose that? That's top secret. That's OPSEC, man.
Oh yeah, that's.
Aren't you done
Alan
with
Titchmark
LaneSmash
himself.
though? What we thought? Oh, you're playing are you playing the ranking game?
Well, whoever
TMNT
comes...
perhaps.
Oh, but TMNT's
in our best of 5. He said they might be able to do one. I'm sure once they find out that they're against easily the closest opponent in terms of skill level, then that's more likely, I guess.
I'd be very interested, excited to have that ranking match.
And we all know the bot will, of course, decide the most inconveniently for us.
And
when it decides to work.
And we wish PTSD the best in their next fight versus TM.
You're gonna win.
You're gonna need it.
It's like,
Yeah.
been there, done that, buddy.
Yeah.
We have the
I mean,
Yeah, the,
I mean,
if we
who
play
are the
like
real winners
today-
here?
Yeah.
If we play
Who are the
like
real winners?
today,
Technically
then
us.
TM will 6-0 us definitely. Like people were not on point with the transitions, and our cheese game was not in sync. There was so many mistakes. If we do that against TM, then we can say sayonara.
Are these
So I
excuses
really
I
hope we
hear?
can improve.
I think so.
Anyway, I think congrats to both of you. That means that sadly WFAT ends up third of the group.
Yes.
Anything else to say, Dots? Or we can dismiss that and...
Not really. I mean, I could give both teams my usual set of questions, and I'm sure they're probably, again, very sick of hearing about them. So what I will say is congratulations to PTSD and commiserations to WFAT, but overall, very good effort by both teams. I really enjoyed it.
Same here.
And I look forward to your future. Really enjoyed it.
Same here.
And I look forward to your future games. Talking about the rest of the games this weekend, obviously today there was meant to be 2 matches, but unfortunately TMNT
User disconnected from
couldn't
your
play
channel.
this afternoon. That would have been against
User disconnected from your
RSPC.
channel.
That
It's
is
short stack
so. That is
tomorrow.
User disconnected
so. The
from your
RSPC versus TMNT was cancelled today. So it's only this game. So tomorrow, June the 20th at 2000 hours on this channel, we'll have Cobalt Terrans versus Voon, and that will be on the lane for not Ymir lane, and followed by the... Wait a second.
RSPC against short stack plays tomorrow. They got the match closer.
GGWFAT. Oh, they're gone. No.
Yep.
Oh.
Congrats to you guys.
Yeah, GG folks, thanks for streaming.
So
Yep,
this
thanks for
might
streaming
be might be wrong, but I have it on the schedule down as Cobalt Terrans versus Voon tomorrow at 2000 for June the 20th. June the 21st, TM versus PTSD, and June the 20th, Short Stack versus RSPC.
Yep, that's what happens. Short stack here got forwarded to tomorrow instead of Sunday.
Yeah, because the calendar needs sorting out because the order is wrong. It goes 19, 20, 21,
Yeah,
20.
Anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow for short stack against RSPC at 17 UTC. That's 19 for EUs. And hope you had a good time. And see you next time.
See ya.
User disconnected from